What's up, everyone? It's Nina Woodard, and you are tuned into the Social Lounge podcast brought to you by SA Media. I am pumped up, guys. This week has been very interesting, rather slow but progressive, if that makes sense. Last week was absolutely awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really would appreciate you guys' feedback. We're building a community here. Eventually, I'll allow people to come and join me, to broaden the conversations. But just for now, you got to settle and deal with me. So, last week, guys, we talked about the art of thinking, the mindset. And this week, I was just having thoughts because, and let me tell you something. When I'm telling you something, it's probably more than likely because I'm experiencing. So I won't tell you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. I was having an issue with procrastination. But as I was, dealing with it, I realized, like, girl, you've been dealing with procrastination all your life. So we're going to name this episode, It's Giving Procrastinator. We're going to talk about procrastination, what it does, why we procrastinate, and then, of course, we're going to come with the solution because why are we talking about problems we ain't got answers to? Right. So, I want to know how y'all are doing. I genuinely want to know how y'all are doing. So as you're watching this, drop in the comment section and tell me about a time you find yourself serially procrastinating. Because guys, that thing is like a stronghold. I'm telling you, procrastination is a destination killer. I remember telling somebody that this week, it literally kills your destination because if I'm procrastinating, if I'm taking time doing things that are not progressive, profitable to my destiny, it doesn't profit me any kind of way, anyone else, it doesn't shoot me towards any other goal that I'm scheduled to commit to, you're not going nowhere. Destination denied because of procrastination. So what is procrastination, guys? I was gonna read y'all the Google definition, but I'm like, let's just chill. Let's be authentic. Procrastination is simply doing something other than what you are supposed to be doing that contributes to you accomplishing a goal. That might look googly. I like that. But seriously, and I literally dealt with it. And now sometimes it'll try to come revisit me, but because I did the mental work, I can recognize when it's trying to creep up on me. So we know that procrastination is first of all, it's an action word. It's an action word, which is so funny because when you're procrastinating, you're genuinely not doing anything, but you are doing something. Isn't that crazy? But it's an action word because you're doing it. You're procrastinating. And y'all know how I am. Nina got her notes because this brain sometimes it turn on and it turn off. And I don't want to be responsible for saying anything crazy. So I have to stay on topic. Don't mind me. I make myself laugh all the time. And y'all remember I told y'all in the last episode, sometimes Nina can go off on a tangent. So bear with me. I'm so funny. I am really funny. Like when I be with my friends, they be like, "You're so funny and you don't know it." In my head, I'm like, but you have to really like get to know me to really, really experience that side of me. Because I grew up in a middle school that you had to know how to crack. For those of you who don't know what crack is, it's two forms of crack. One is a substance that destroys your life. The other one is a form of words used to insult one person to make a group of people laugh. But the insulted person also returns it to make another group of people laugh. And then that's how you make friends in middle school. All right. I forgot where we was going. I know we're talking about procrastination. I gave y'all the Nina Google version of what it was. Oh, I read somewhere that it was an emotional response. Remember, we're talking about the mindset. So I'm like, procrastination is an emotional response. A response to what? What could possibly happen to a person that would cause them to just like chill and do nothing? It's laziness, right? No. It's associated with what task brings you. Fear, anxiety, overwhelming, overstimulated. Even perfectionists deal with that. So what it is a response to that. So in order for us to not feel those stresses, we procrastinate. We avoid doing the task so we won't get overwhelmed. It's literally a response to anxiety. Like, what? We just walking around here traumatized by success. That is sickening. But you wonder why you feel like that. So, anyways, procrastination is also a dopamine. Well, it's not a dopamine. Whatever you use to procrastinate becomes your dopamine. So, you are literally taking on short term pleasure in return to, in regards to, let's see, I had this written down somewhere because I don't want to forget. I want to say how I wrote it down. But you get what I'm saying. You're literally going what instant gratification versus long-term satisfaction. That's dopamine. But yes, you're literally coping. It's a coping mechanism for anxiety. Do you get checked for that? No. But we now acknowledge that, okay, this isn't just me being lazy. This is tied to stuff. This is overall, it sounds like fear. It sounds like fear. And fear is not of God. Now, I don't know who everybody else believes in. I don't disrespect anybody's belief system, whether it's Buddha, Muhammad, or Beyonce, or yourself. It is triggering. Yes, common triggers for procrastination: fear of failure, perfectionism, overwhelming, the sense of being overwhelmed. So instead of doing the task or fulfilling your goals, you literally say, oh, you know what? I'll just get to that. You know what? It's 2025. So let's talk about some of those procrastination actions. TikTok, social media, Netflix, TV. Um and then any other thing, because I know that one person, like, she, instead, like, okay, she'll be like, I gotta read this book, I gotta finish it, I'm in a book club. Instead of reading the book, this girl was reading articles about books similar to the book and saying, I want to be up to date on something books coming. I'm like, girl, read the book. Why are you not reading the book? So later on, I found out that she doesn't really like speaking. So it was her turn to speak up in the book club. So I'm guessing so her not being prepared, she was gonna say, "Oh, I didn't really get a chance to read the book. I didn't have time, so I won't be able to get up and speak." I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" Now, what if you getting up to speak um opened up a door for you to lead another book club session or another book club or anything else in that? Because I'm not really familiar, but because your fear caused you to procrastinate. That is mad. It's literally robs you of your destination. What? That is mad crazy. And me thinking about it now makes me upset because it's almost like a disease. It literally is a freaking disease. And it all goes along with thinking, the mindset, the perception, how we see things, how we see life. I talked about the modern procrastination struggles, which is social media. And one of mine is social media because I'm the social addict and I love people. So I'm always like, what are they doing? And in my mind, I have like opinions, or I formulate new perspectives. I love just simply listening to people to get people's point of view because I genuinely adore people. I'm interested in what they have to say and stuff like that. Even the smallest thing, they could be talking about makeup, anything, shoes, anything. So I'm scrolling all day. This is like a couple months ago. I'm like, oh my God. Off and on, I have scrolled for Hi, I'm Nina Woodard, and I'm a like, girl, what are you doing? And then procrastination is like the devil's advocate. It's literally like the devil's sitting there, like, yeah, let's do something else because that's scary. You don't want to fulfill that. That's scary. The procrastination is like hitting you on your shoulder. Look, a new Netflix series just came out. Not a movie where you can at least spend, an hour and a half, maybe. No. Let's binge watch this Netflix series with 18 with 18 different episodes uh each season, and it's like 20 seasons, and then every episode is like 45 minutes long. So now you're binge watching on a Monday, knowing you got stuff to do. But that's a disease. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, and we do it so effortlessly, which makes it even scarier. It's like having a drug, but still having all your teeth in your appetite. Like, what? Guys, it just creeps up. It just creeps up. And it's so scary. And I got so many different times I could just really share with you about how I literally feel. I want you to say victim to procrastination because it's simply a choice. But if no one is there to make this known that this is what is actually coming from a sense of fear of not succeeding or fear of feedback from other people, it will cause us to not even try. That is terrifying. It's terrifying. And yeah, right here, it comes with a guilt. It comes with a guilt, right? So after you're done procrastinating, you say, "Oh my goodness, I had this and that to do. I should have did it. I'll make sure I get it done." Dot dot dot. So now it's not even any strategic planning going on. You're literally just saying, "Up, I put it off. I'll put it off again this day." And then more excuses come up. It's like a literal addiction to where you don't get things done. If you do, you halfway get it done. And then you move on to something else and nothing's done. It's like ADHD. I think, you know, procrastination. Procrastination is giving procrastinator. I don't understand. And I can't believe, I can't believe that I struggled with it for so long because my fear was the fear of not being able to accomplish it, not being able to do well while accomplish. I had so many worries until I literally just pushed myself out and say, "Get it done." I was on the live stream with Miss Chautauqua Watson. We actually have her book here as well. We talked about it, A Girl's Faith and Finance Journey, and you will see this book oftentimes here with me because it is so it's not even that long, but it's packed with so much real life things that we deal with every day, and that she speaks to you in a tone of a best friend. That is awesome. That is so awesome. So guys, how avoiding tasks often reinforces feelings of inadequacy. Oh, it gives you imposter syndrome. Eventually you're gonna this is awesome that I ran up on this because I am about to share something with you guys in this book, how procrastination reflects in the natural. And let's see, no, I don't think it's in here. How procrastination will literally have you losing your mind. All right, so we have when obeying God makes you look stupid. And it's true. And I encourage you guys to go get this book. It's by Miss Siobhan Sellers. She is a powerhouse of a woman of God, very poised, very authentic, real. And I adore this book. So here it says, the natural side or the carnal side would say, you set yourself up to fail. You're going to get out there and you're going to flop. You're not going to be able to take care of yourself. You're going to struggle. This is the mindset that we battle every day when we set goals, when we want something to happen for us, when we just want to step outside the box and say, hey, I'm going to go after this. This is a literal battle that you see. And you may not say it word for word like this, but there are oftentimes when you say, I want to get up and do this today. The smallest inconvenience will set us back. The smallest inconvenience, us not even getting up on time, will cause us to lay in the bed longer than what we intended to. That right there is just poisonous. Said those are all the things that fear is saying. But when my faith drowns out what fear is saying, because I know what God has spoken, I believe that you overcome fear by your faith in God. Now, again, I'm not telling y'all who to believe in, whether it's Beyonce, Buddha, or yourself. But all I'm saying is you need someone to hold you accountable. And that's where we're headed, actually. We're going to talk about how to counterattack procrastination. And I'll share with you some things that I decided to do to help me. Because I one day I'm going to be able to tell y'all my story. I literally was a procrastinator for years. This isn't something that happened this week or something. This was for years. So now when it comes up, I have to make sure that I'm able to counterattack that because it comes up. So one of the things that I do is the Pomodoro technique. Now, this technique was specifically for people who have ADHD because they can't focus on a task and get it done. They kind of make incomplete tasks throughout their day. So 25 minutes of focus work followed by a 5-minute break, 5-minute break. And then you do that 4 times and then you take a longer break, say about 30 minutes, and then you start over. Let me tell you what this does for me personally. Within that 25-minute, especially when I'm dealing with procrastination, right? Because some days I could just go hard. The 25 minutes, I'll hyper focus on what I'm doing. 5 minutes, I'll take a break. Now, within that 5 minutes, it'll make or break you because you don't want to spend 5 minutes scrolling because you're going to continue to do that. Remember, once you get a hit of that dopamine, you can't stop. You're going to keep looking for more and more and more. So what I do is I lay down and I listen to music. As I'm listening to music, my mind is actually thinking about what I just got done doing. So as I'm laying down and meditating, I'm recharging my mind. So now I have so many ideas flowing. Now I can't wait to come from my break to get back to work because, okay, brainstorm, I have much to do, much more to say, more strategies to implement. So that's what I do. And I encourage y'all to try that out because it genuinely works. And then you can go up to an hour and then take a 30-minute break and then do it again. Like whatever works for you. But do not be tempted to do what causes you to procrastinate. TV, social media, book reading, whatever it is, whatever your drug is, refrain from it. You have to have visual motivation, right? So stay in your workspace, listen to some music, chill. If you don't want to stay in your workspace, go make sure that you have things around you like vision boards that remind you of your dreams, your vision, your goals. Meditate. All you have to do is this. Say, what I want for my future. Think about it. What requires me to get this done? Think about it. When I get done, what goals, what harvest will I reap? And then you think even deeper. And you say, if I don't do none of this, I'm gonna be broke. And that ought to be enough. That ought to be enough motivation. Poverty will come knocking at your door. That ought to be enough to get you motivated. Okay, listen, you see the economy. If I don't get this done, I'm going to be broke. That's enough motivation for anybody. We don't want to be broke. And then oftentimes we find ourselves in a shaky position, but as long as you continue to work, I promise you, the results will reflect, okay? You have to produce. You have to be mindful. You have to meditate. Being present in your moment reduces procrastination. Like I said, I lay down, I listen to music. My brain starts to think about what I just got through doing. It comes up with new ideas. It makes me excited. It drowns out the noise. You have to have people, and most importantly, you have to have an accountability team. Now, if you struggle with procrastination, I do not recommend one person because you will burn that person out. You tell your accountability team, hey, I struggle with procrastination. Bad. I need a team of people. So if one person's voice is not penetrating, I got reinforcement and then more reinforcement. People who love and believe in you, who won't get tired because they understand that procrastination is simply birthed from fear. Get the fear out of you. You got to work with your relationship with whom you believe in. I'm not telling you who believe in. I believe in my Lord Savior Jesus Christ, and it works for me. I don't know what works for you. But I'm super excited this year to see things be birthed. Things that are new, refreshing, amazing. Here in the book, Siobhan says detaching from things you are attached to. That would be your social media addiction. Don't touch it in the morning if you have to work. Don't watch TV throughout the week. Save it for the weekend so you'll build your excitement. It says, in order to detach from things you are attached to, you have to prepare yourself emotionally and mentally first. How do you do that, Nina? Talk to yourself. What are your dreams, your goals, your aspirations? What do you want your future to look like? Who are you supporting? Do you have children? Are they counting on you? Before you can walk away physically, you must prepare yourself emotionally and mentally. If you do not detox of that mentally and emotionally, your physical movement is not going to change the outcome. My favorite quote to myself is, if I change my mind, the body will surely follow. Your ideas, your thoughts, your mindset literally reflects in the body. It projects. The body can only do what you tell or command it to do. Okay? When Adam and Eve failed, God assigned them work. The body must work. You must command the body to do. If you don't command it to do anything, I promise you it will not do it. All right, she said, when the children of Israel left Egypt, they were now out of bondage physically. But because their mind was still in bondage, here God had freed them, but they were still acting as if they were slaves. They were still complaining like, oh my God, I wish we were back in the slave days. No matter what you put on, no matter where you go, if your mindset is not shifted, focused, with central vision, you will not go far. God does not work like that. He's very strategic, timely. So you have to literally be in alignment with self. And going back to Ms. Chautauqua Watson's book, my accountability partner tells me, and then when I say my accountability partner, I mean the Father. In the scripture, John 11:40 says, then Jesus said, did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? If you believe, you will see. That's accountability. How, Nina? Because he's telling me, I have one responsibility. Believe, and I shall surely see the goodness and glory of God. That is enough motivation to get you through the next 5 years. Those of you who believe in Jesus Christ. I don't know about anybody else, God. And I ain't disrespecting you because I'm pretty sure you're probably doing well. I'm just talking about my Father. She explained here, because this is a book of affirmation. So the affirmations say, God will never abandon me. And because my God, the one that I believe in, I don't know about anybody else, God, but he never leaves, neither forsakes me. Even when I feel like he's not there, that's when he's the closest. And he shows that. She said there were many days and nights that she felt defeated, lonely, deeply confused about what she was supposed to do, what she's supposed to be doing exactly. And she says, I felt like I was all over the place. Confusion, anxiety, overwhelming. Those are breeding grounds for procrastination. So she says that she had to get in a place to where she could only hear God. She could only hear God. She put herself in a space of isolation, and it was so important for her. And that just represents you getting in. Those of you who don't believe in God, that represents a place of focusedness. Get focused on what you want to do and where you want to go on your purpose. She says, as layers of unhealthy habits were being peeled off of me, it was important that I learned to trust God and God only. Trust your belief system, your partners, only those who you trust, those who you love, that will push you to get you to where you need to be. Now, I don't know about anybody else, God, but my God says that if I believe him, I will surely see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. So my accountability is, even when I feel like I don't want to do it, even when I don't want, even when I have days that I am delaying myself, there is a bigger urge to say, Nina, you got to get this done, because God said, if I believe, I will surely see his glory. And if all I got to do is believe in him, and he will take the high road and the low road for me, I'm going to take that route. Okay? Because I can't do this alone. So I'm encouraging y'all to get up, fight, go hard, win. You are more than a conqueror. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. What I'm trying to say, I just got super excited. I told y'all this in the last podcast. Your brain just be filled with so much and you want to say it. Now, usually I would get so insecure because I'm like, oh my goodness, I just stuttered. But no, it's that fear that held me back from speaking in public engagements. But now I'm just like, So I love you guys. Again, be encouraged, guys. I just cannot, I'm so full of thankfulness because I was able to defeat that phase in my life of procrastination and just I just felt so trifling. But if you're out there and you need an accountability partner, you know where to find me. I've been saying you out to call me. Some of y'all ain't gonna do it. But reach out to me. I will give you my number and I will be there for you. I will work towards anything that you have in mind. When I say work towards pushing you to get that thing done. Pushing you to get that thing done. Pushing you to get that thing done. Not belittling you, not making you feel bad, but I'm going to turn up the heat on your purpose because I know that you can do it. I love you guys. Stay awesome. Stay confident. Stay beautiful. Work hard. Play even harder. However you play, that's your business. Make sure you guys tune into the Social Addict on Facebook. Tune into the Talk Business to Me Tuesday live streams. We have so much fun. It's where entrepreneurs come on. They talk about their business. They introduce themselves. They drop gems. It's just such a warm, beautiful community. So I urge you guys to come and join. I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like and share this with someone who needs to hear this. Love you guys.